Hi, and welcome to the New Rock Mafia podcast. We are Madeline and Jorik. We are two people with a Western European accent, and we talk about seven dudes from Canada. This is the first episode of the New Rock Mafia podcast. I am Jorik. I'm from the Netherlands. I am 17 years old. You might know me from the New Rock Mafia Discord, the Instagram group, the Snapchat group, like basically all social media. I do the social media stuff. Um, but I don't actually like do anything. I just make them. So I'm not like actively doing anything. But the person who is with me right now does do stuff actively. That's Madeline. Go on.
Yeah, hi, I'm Matt. Madeline. Probably everyone knows me as Rick Genius Mats or something like that. I've created all of the NRM fam accounts, like on Instagram and Twitter. And I've created the NRM anniversary account this year,
Yeah,
where
the one,
we're
the one that
probably
went.
gonna speak a little bit more about in the next episode, I guess.
Hell yeah, we will. But it's yeah. I mean, you did that, and it went everywhere. It went viral. People saw it, so that's nice. It has like 172 followers right now, and we're both on it. There's so many people on there from the community, and yeah, that's Mads. Mads did that. That's her creation. It's amazing. She's also behind the duck. Weirdly
Yeah,
enough, like
the
the
New
duck
Duck
inside
Mafia.
joke. Yeah, the
Yeah,
new
it's
yeah.
just gone.
That's also yep. That's her. Um, but yeah, in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves because we're egotistical. Um, we're just gonna talk about our experience with the New Rock Mafia, and we'll get into the community later on. But since we're the hosts, we're gonna start with ourselves because some introduction might be necessary, I guess. Let's see. I'll ask you the first question we have. How did you find the bands? How did you get here? What is your story?
All right, so my first introduction was with Cleo in April 2018. I've listened to their song Hometown on Spotify. I think it was kind of over grandson in the part where Spotify shows you artists you might like. And then I got into it, and probably everyone started with Hometown in a kind of way. And then I've switched over to YouTube. I don't know, I just had to watch the music video and I just loved it. I loved it right from the beginning. And then I've posted something in my Instagram story on my personal account that time and linked Cleo, and they wrote me, and that's kind of how it all started. And I first met Luke and Ian in Berlin in 2018. Shit. And it was kind of a newcomer festival. I don't want to call it festival because it just was in a club where multiple bands played. So yeah, that was kind of my first meeting. And with that going on, I've met Sick and Ready the Prince. Well, I've not met them, I've listened to them because of Cleo. Yeah.
I think that's what most people in the community find Cleopatra first, and then like in the fans also like you'll see like Ready the Prince, and people start laying like the connection of the New Rock Mafia, and that's how they get here. Um,
Jorik,
right.
how did you
Yes.
find these guys?
I found the guys on my Discover Weekly, and I think it was February. of 2018. It's like around the time that you did as well. I think that was when Alison Hagendorf from Spotify like
Yeah,
found them
yeah,
as well, and she was like really pushing them in the algorithm.
yeah,
And they were on my Discover Weekly, which I listened to religiously back then, and I really liked their music. And I listened to like their 14 EP, and I think that was right around the time that Bernard Trigger came out. I think it was like a couple of months before, so I got on the hype train um, in the beginning of 2018. Let's see, and I started talking to Cleopatra on Instagram, and they recommended me Ready the Prince, and like I think it was in like July of that year, because I DM'd them a lot, like with responses to their stories and stuff, because they were really small back then. They had way more time with like it's like the way Ready the Prince is now.
yeah.
I mean, they still talk a lot with their. I'm not saying that they don't talk with their community anymore, but they had
But,
a lot more time back
but
then
not
that you could
on
just
that
have.
level
Yeah, you could
anymore.
have a 2 hour long conversation with them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we started talking about bands that we liked, and they introduced me to Radio the Prince, and then the New Rock Mafia formed, and Zig was also in there, and then I listened to Zig's music. Let's see, and then the first time I met them, I think, yeah, it was in September of 2019 in Cologne in Germany. I wanted to go to they were going to go to I think they were going to go to Amsterdam as well, but I don't know for sure. But I couldn't go for some reason, and then my dad just said, "I'm going to buy you and me tickets, and I'm going to drive us to Cologne because in September of 2019 I was uh 16. I
50.
just turned 16, yeah. So I was like, I wasn't old enough to go to concerts alone, and I mean, I was about to say I couldn't drive then, but I still can't. So that's, so I always took my dad because I didn't have any friends that listened to the same music, so I just always brought my dad everywhere, and I just acted like I didn't know him because I mean it's an older, it's just your dad. Going to concerts with your dad is not a cool thing to say. So it's like I met them there, and they gave me a poster that is hanging on my wall in my student room where I'm not now, so I can't show. Um, and then I also went to a concert in Amsterdam the year after. I think that was in February of 20. Wait, no, I got it wrong. I went to their Cologne concert in September of 2018.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they were in Berlin the same
yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. And I went to the Cologne show, and it was in like a sweaty basement somewhere. There was like no real entrance to the venue. We just saw a bunch of people who
Okay.
looked like they might enjoy their music. So we just hung around there, and we just hoped for the best, and we were at the right place. But there was no entrance to the venue. It was literally just a hatch that went into a basement, and there was like this very
Okay.
little stage, and there were like 50 people. That was a nice concert. And then in March of
March.
2019, I think it was March, they were
Yeah.
in Amsterdam, and I went with my then girlfriend, and two of my other friends, and my dad drove us again because my dad loves the same music as I do. So he was like, "I want to go to the concert, so I'm just gonna drive you guys, and that'll be my excuse to go to the concert." So my dad went along, and it was awkward because you're there with your friends, and then it's just your dad as well. But it was a nice concert. I inadvertently met people from the community there. I didn't even know. I think it was Shiny from the Discord server. You probably don't know him. He was the
Yeah.
guy. He asked Luke to draw on his arm with Sharpie, and then like the day after he got it tattooed.
Crazy.
Yeah, I met him and I talked to him, and now he's in the Discord server. So that's a nice connection. Like a lot of people from the Discord server were at the concert, but we just didn't know. So next time when COVID is finally gone, uh, and we're going to go to a concert, then we're gonna do the actual NRM meetup. and talk to
Yeah.
everyone, because there's so many people from the Netherlands in the New Rock Mafia community. It's amazing how many people, because it's like Sibren and Lars Rikje, who's from the Discord as well. Renzo, Iris, who I mostly know from Kink, the Dutch radio station. She was like pushing the bands on the radio, and she didn't even know about, the New Rock Mafia, like the community. So I just pushed her into the Discord server, and it's like, this is your people now, and she's now an admin there. And I'm forgetting more Dutch people, which
You
is,
have to add me.
I mean, I'll tell you how Discord works, and you'll go in and you'll have the best time, because there's like nearly 600 people in there now.
Oh fuck!
It's insane. It's insane how many people are there,
fuck.
and it's so much fun. I mean, when I started it in it was in May of 2018, because that's a thing I do. It's like, oh, I know this small band and they don't have a Discord server. Let me be the one to make it. That was 3 years ago, nearly. And now there's 600 people in, which is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's very nice. I'm glad that it's, a thing. Let's see what else to talk about. We haven't met each other yet, which is
unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you're from. Wait, what side of Germany are you from again?
The eastern part.
Yeah.
We're next to the Czech Republic, so
yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of the furthest away.
It's neighboring countries. Neighboring countries.
You could probably be.
Yeah, but still very far away. You'll just have to. And I mean, you were in England. When you were in England on the tour, like to go with them on tour, you were closer to me than when you are in Germany, which is so stupid. Yeah. So I mean, you'll probably be crazy enough that the next time they'll go on tour, you'll literally go to every show. They'll probably play in Amsterdam because they know about all the Dutch people, and we'll probably meet each other.
Germany, I guess in Germany, I would go to every show if I can make it work. I also definitely want to go back to England, because the atmosphere at these gigs are just something
British
else.
gigs are, I mean, if you see like Glastonbury recordings, they're like the best crowds. I mean, the Netherlands is cool too. I like Dutch concerts. I liked them. I mean, I don't really have anything to compare them to, because I've only been to one foreign show, and that was the one in Cologne with 50 people in a sweaty basement. So we haven't met each other, but we will one day. I mean,
absolutely.
The community isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So one day it'll be a thing,
Yeah. With the lockdowns going on,
I mean, COVID can just. COVID is still just COVID.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny, like the origin story I have with Cleopatra, like how we started talking, is I just got my first electric guitar a week before I listened to Hometown, and I was like, oh, what's this sound? Because I just didn't know what drop D tuning was. And that's like all their songs. And I was like, how do you like do that? So I just messaged them with like, how do you do this sound? How do you get it so low? And they're like, yeah, you just, turn the E down to D and that's it. And they literally, Luke taught me, he like made a video teaching me how to play Hometown, like step for step, very slowly, because he knew I was an absolute loser playing guitar. So he got me into playing electric guitar, I guess. And I'm not even going to, I mean, Dan from Ready the Prince, he like uploaded some guitar tutorials on their songs, but Ready the Prince songs do not have easy guitar parts. He was like, yeah, and then you just do this, and he just went, and I was like, whoa.
Dan is a fucking monster when it comes to playing guitar.
I'm not convinced he's human.
You mean he has human hands?
Yeah, that's not something a human should be able to.
To the devil.
Yeah, exactly. God. Um, but yeah, as we're recording this, which is on the 3rd of March, Pray by Ray the Prince has just been announced, the new song. Are we excited for the new song?
I'm absolutely excited.
I
I've
mean,
wrote with Steve about it and told him that he could put it 7 days later for my birthday. But
oh, your birthday is like exactly a week after. I mean,
yeah,
your birthday is on a Friday, so that
yeah,
means that
26.
you'll probably get new music on your birthday. Not
Yeah,
maybe, maybe.
but
Hey,
but from who?
probably the Drake. I mean, if we're talking new songs here, we have all the parts. We have the entire song. Now it's just up to them to say, well, they have their own label, so no one's stopping them. You know,
I don't think so.
no, no one's stopping them, but they just like to tease and just say soon. Um,
Yeah,
but
and
I mean,
Steve
they
was like, "I'm sorry that we gonna publish the song the same day as the Blue Stones dropped their album," and I was like,
oh,
"It's
so
not
ready for
about the
that album.
album, guys."
I'm so
My
ready for the Blue Stones
birthday.
album.
Yeah, Steve.
God, I'm looking forward to the Blue Stones album. I mean,
Yeah, same.
the songs
Same.
that have been like the singles that they've put out thus far. Spirit is like my favorite song, like
Yeah,
one of my favorite songs at the moment. I was so into Shaking Off the Rust when that just came out. I was like, I mean, that's like a year ago now. It's like October 2019, I think. I'm gonna have a quick look because I need to fact check myself when I laugh my ass off. The Blue Stones. Here we go. And then Shaking Off the Rust. Yeah, October 11th, 2019. That was the Friday before I went to London for my high school thesis thing. And the entire trip to London, I just played the shit out of that song. And then I got home and I was sick of it because I played it so much. But I mean, Shaking Off the Rust, Grim, Careless, Let It Ride, Spirit, those are.
yeah,
I haven't listened to Careless a lot. I don't. I think it's good, but I also like
yeah.
haven't really listened.
Callous is a smoother song,
Yeah,
and with Spirit and Shaking of the Rust, and those songs who are faster, it's like what they did with their other album.
their
And I can
debut album
really
Black Holes
say,
is so good. It's such a good album. Yeah.
and I can really say that they're also extremely good live.
I need to see them live still. I was
I saw them in October 2019. They were, or they are, kind of the last bands who make their way to Saxony. Like they
yeah.
had a gig in Dresden.
Dresden, I.
We that's only an hour from my city, so
Mhm.
we drove there, and we also had a chance to talk a little bit after the gig with them, and they're as nice as Cleo and Reddit Prince.
I I
It's
think
it's
I
the
think
Canadian
that's
spirit.
yeah. I definitely yeah. It's the thing. I think that's the thing I miss most about concerts. Really, like them talking to the bands after the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
I'm always like a nervous wreck because they're people I look up to and stuff, and you talk to your idols. That was especially the second time I talked to Luke and Ian. I was a wreck, and I could just say I enjoyed the show, and I asked for a picture, and they were like, "Calm down, dude. You're just your friends," and it was awful because I'm like really an extrovert, and I can talk for hours, and I can literally people I know I can just go on for years with just talking. But with them, I don't know. With them, it was just um, a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I was a bit more anxious, and that's not something I normally
yeah.
am with
I
talking.
know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
like
know.
um yeah, I just miss concerts in general. Just the
Yeah,
screaming along with the songs and just
yeah.
seeing a mosh pit form and just thinking, oh yeah, this is my moment, and then going in and immediately thinking nope, and then just going out again because I don't want to break a leg. I do like mosh pits though, but I'm just not. I'm too. I'm tall and I'm thin, so there's a lot. There's like not a lot of me people can hit, but when I hit, I just tumble over because I'm like Slender Man. I have long legs. I don't have a lot of balance. Um, so they're not something I'm really
Yeah, I'm not
good at.
going into my script at all. I'm just standing right in the first row in front of the stage and just looking up to Dan going wild on his guitar and
God, yeah. I
he's
really, really,
going
really.
insane on his bass, and I'm just in heaven.
It's the thing I miss. I think it's the thing with COVID I miss most. Concerts, just
Yeah,
live music. I went to at least a concert every month, and I have so many tickets right now to things that are just keep being postponed and postponed, and I keep buying tickets as well. So like when COVID, I think when COVID is over, we'll have like another roaring 20s like they had in America in the 1920s. People are going to go wild with everything because
oh yeah,
people
oh
just haven't
absolutely.
done stuff for it's been a year now. It'll probably to be another year, let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
um like realistically it's gonna be another year. But it's whatever. I'll gladly stay another year if when it's done I can go to concerts again and literally just stand next to people without having to do anything. um the thing being, I'm not 18 yet, so it's gonna be at least July when I get my first vaccination, I guess. I don't know. It's been the Netherlands is just handling COVID very poorly, and they just don't care about like the cultural sector as well. So they just don't really give money to venues and stuff. And there's been like small venues near me who've gone bankrupt and stuff, and it's just sad to see. Um, but elections are coming up, so I just hope that there's going to be a change. But let's not get into politics right now. That's not what this podcast is about. New Rock Mafia, that's the thing. Um, yeah, I mean, let's see. What have we talked about, and what should we still talk about? Okay, question.
So we have which gigs you've been to.
Like in general, or New Rock Mafia things?
New Rock Mafia related.
Okay, I mean, I've been to Cleopatra twice, Cologne and Amsterdam. Um, Ready the Prince was supposed to open, but like due to something at the venue, they couldn't. So they were just at the show. So they were just there. They didn't play. They played Brian Storm by Arctic Monkeys. The
Uh-huh.
cover they do every show. They did that together, but Ready the Prince couldn't. So I've never seen either Zig or Ready the Prince live. I've just seen Cleopatra live.
Oh, that's sad.
It's sad, but also I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Cleopatra I listen to all the time. Red the Prince I listen to often. Zig Mentality it's like the third band I got into, and they were like I don't know. It's less my style, I guess. It's more stoner rock and stuff, which it's more like early Nirvana, I guess. But
Uh-huh.
I don't really like the new sound they have going on, and that's fine as long as they're having fun with recording stuff, and that's I know that a lot of people are enjoying it, which is great. I'll just keep listening to If You Ever and Session because those are songs I do play regularly. But like the new 3 4 songs, what has it been, 3? Yeah, Triggered Emotion, Best Direction, and What Weighs on You. Those like the new sound, I don't
Yeah,
really know.
I can relate. I can relate.
I mean, I get the What Ways in You has grown on me a bit. When I listen to it on Friday, because I always stay up on Friday until midnight because New Music Friday, and I have to always be the first person to listen to songs. When I listened to it the first time, I was really, really not feeling it, and I talked to Alishba about it, because we always talk about music, like a lot. And I was like, yeah, you should listen to this song because I don't really know what to think. And, she was on the same boat. And then you keep listening to it and you like keep noticing little things. I don't know. It's been, what has it been? A week now? No. Was it
Yeah,
last Friday? Yeah.
I think
So,
so. Yeah.
yeah. So it's been 5 days. Um, it was the day on my live quiz. By the way, if you're not in the Discord yet, join the New Rock Mafia Discord. Cleopatra tweeted out the link. I'll also tweet the link on my Twitter. And if you join, I'm going to do a live quiz, a New Rock Mafia live quiz, every month. And everyone can join. And I might even start doing prizes. So if you think you know the New Rock Mafia, or you want to know more about the New Rock Mafia, join the Discord server. There's nice people. There's me, obviously, and there's live quizzes that I host. So that's been enough self promotion for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and what's your favorite memory of those gigs
Ooh.
or memory?
Well, I was always very. I was always very annoying and pushy. Like for your anniversary project, I wanted to read back all of the Instagram messages so I could put things in chronological order. And I realized how pushy I was with stuff because we were going to the Amsterdam gig and I was like, I really need that 7-inch vinyl. The single, the first single, like not the hand pressed one, but the actual like with them on it. I was like, I need that because I collect vinyl, and if it's sold out by the time you get here, I will be very sad. And they were like, okay, we'll just we'll put one aside for you. And everything was sold out by the time they were in Amsterdam, and they fucking kept the vinyl for me. And like after the show, we couldn't stay in the venue because there was another concert in the same hall. So we had to everyone had to get out. And we were all on the streets, just literally just strewn across the street, like in the middle of Amsterdam, with Luke was there, and there was a group of people around Luke, and then there was Ian was in another circle, and then I remember being in queue for talking to Ian, and then I heard my name from behind me, and I looked behind me, and it was Steve and Dan behind the fence of the venue, and they were like, hey, we have the vinyl for you, and we also have one more ready to print shirt. It was an S. I'm 193. An S would be here to me, would be not shorter than a crop top. So I don't know what I did. I think I gave it away. But I still have the vinyl, and I made Ian and Luke sign it, and I took a picture with Ian, with Steve and Dan. It's on the Anniversary Project Instagram. It's at Anniversary. Do you know your own Instagram handle? It's at anniversary.project on Instagram. Yeah. That's you can always, it's been 2 years, but you can still look at it. It'll be up forever. So you can always have a look at anniversary.project on Instagram. Give it a follow.
And we're gonna have something working on I'm gonna say we're gonna start in September again, but my head is already working on stuff we could do, and I'm already I can't stop with that.
That's why you're the freak genius.
My head is not always able to shut up. Yeah.
I mean, this is one of your creations, what we're doing right now.
And we're gonna set up something for next year as well. So everyone who couldn't be a part of this year's anniversary has the chance to be a part of the next year.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
You're here, which means that you've already found one of the projects Mads has been going mad about. Uh, so that's nice. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're listening or watching, I
Yeah.
guess. And I feel like that is everything we could say about ourselves, I guess. So, Mads, what are we going to talk about in the next episode?
We're gonna talk about the community a little bit. We're probably gonna go a little deeper into who's a part of it, kind of.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
We're
the
probably
community.
gonna talk
Yeah.
about it extremely long.
Yeah, just like this, we were going to introduce ourselves, and now we've been talking for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just going to be talking about the community, the people in it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna plug the Discord server more. Maybe memories from the Discord server because there's been a lot because it's been 3 years. Even though the server it's been dead for like a year. Like there was nothing in the last year. It was very dead, and then Clio decided to throw the third leak on Discord without telling me. They didn't. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me they were going to use my server. So people like started flooding in, and I was like, okay. First of all, what the fuck is happening? And people were like, yeah, check their Twitter, and it was just the link to the Discord, and like, they tweeted in like capitalized words, and everyone's like, okay, so this is, and then a random account, like a random Discord account that joined in 2018, sent another one of those ciphers, like the ones, the one that was also in the magazine. With like every number is a letter, and then you could, decipher a thing. And it was like, yo, we're going to drop the third leak in this voice chat. And I had to make a new voice chat because they didn't, I had to help them even though I didn't know what they were planning. people were like thinking that I was a part of it all, and I was like, nah, I just made the Discord server. I didn't even know this was gonna happen. And people were like asking me questions. People were DMing me questions about the debut album. People were like, oh, so you know how many tracks are gonna be on the debut album? I'm like, nah. I'm not some kind of representative of the band. I'm just here as a fan, doing my thing.
I'm as clueless as you all.
Yeah, I have no clue. I just want to know two things. I want to know two things. I want to know three things: the release date, the name of the album, and the album cover. That's the three things I really want to know, especially the album name, because we don't even have an album name yet.
True.
So I want to know. I want to know what it's going to be, because I don't even have I have no clue. It's all like Toronto based, I guess. All the songs, it's about where they live and their memories and whatever. So I don't know. I'm just very excited for the Cleopatra debut album, and there's probably going to be vinyls of it, and I'm going to buy all of it. I'm going to buy the entire store. Probably Ethan is also going to do that because Ethan is crazy, and I don't know where he gets money from, but Ethan just every band that he likes that brings out music, he just buys everything that they bring out. And like, where do you get your money? But yeah, love Ethan. Yeah, okay, next episode is going to be about the community in more detail. We've touched about it now a little bit, but it's going to be just about you. So that's nice.
About me? What?
No, about you, everyone on the other side of the screen. The people who are watching. You're also part of the community, to be fair. But we've talked about you enough. I mean, I can't see how long we've been recording, but I have a feeling that it's been a long time.
Yeah, at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice length. If you're still listening, how? That's basically it. Okay, well, we'll see you in the next episode of
Yeah.
the podcast. Any final remarks?
If you guys have any questions or requests, DM us.
Yeah, you know
everywhere,
us.
you
know us.
On Instagram, Twitter, over the Discord, whatever.
Hell yeah. That's, yeah, of course. I mean, we're just as much part of the community as you guys are. We don't have any idea. Just don't ask us about the Cleopatra debut album. We don't know. We don't know. Just don't.
We don't know anything.
I mean, you can ask us the questions. I'm just not going to be able to respond.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna answer that one because we're as much in the dark as everyone else, and Cleo doesn't make exceptions.
Not even for us. I mean, we've been here since the start, and even we don't know anything. So yeah, I'm very excited for the debut album. I'm very excited for the new Ready to Prince track, and I'm very excited for the next episode. So we will see you all.
We didn't even say the name.
Yes, okay, that's the official name, The Mess, because that's what we are. We are a beautiful mess. It's pure chaos, just like this podcast. We have no idea what we're doing, every one of us, but we're here and we're together, so we're The Mess. Yeah, so that's what the name is from, the New Rock podcast, The Mess. So,
and with the mess going on, we're gonna
hell yeah, the mess
in the first episode.
Yes. Well, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.